So in the final video of this topic, we're going to talk about the three control structures and how we name them. And please remember this because there will be something on this in the exam. So when we write code, we always use one of these three control structures. That's sequence, selection, or iteration. So sequence is just one line of code following another line of code. And you've been doing this since topic 1. So you can imagine it looks like this. We have one statement, another statement, another statement. Maybe it looks like this: int a equals 2, int b equals 4. And we just run the first line, then the next line, then the next line, then the next line, and so on and so forth, right through a sequence of code. The second control structure is selection. Selection is when we're making a choice between items. So we've seen if-else statements and switches. Those are the two different members of the selection control structure. This is the way we write the code if we need to make a selection between multiple choices. The final control structure is iteration. Iteration is where we have to do something a certain number of times. So we've looked at for loops, for each loops, do loops, while loops, and iterators. So when you write code, you're always going to use one of these three control structures. Sequence, one line of code after another. Selection, when we have to make a choice between multiple options. Or iteration, when we have to do something a certain number of times, and it's always usually while some condition is true. So please make sure you understand and remember the three control structures, and make sure you can explain what each one does, and make sure you can explain examples of each one, particularly for the selection and the iteration control structure.